So let's see how you can safely unwrap optionals in Swift. So I'm going to create a variable called first name, which is an optional string. And I'm just going to create a function here called print to console, which is going to create a new variable in here called hello and first name, like that. And we're going to get a compiler error from Swift to say, eventually it's going to say that we need to add an exclamation mark here because this is optional. So this is, here we go. Did you mean to use exclamation mark or question mark? So we can do that, and then it will compile, but now you'll see if I just run this function, print to console function, we're actually going to get a fatal error because it unexpectedly found nil while unwrapping an optional value. And that's because although we've got our variable up here, it doesn't have any data. We haven't initialized it with any data yet. So if we just do that here, first name equals test, now it should just run and won't fail. So now we can print that message. Okay, so that's that. So let's see how you can safely unwrap these optionals. Two ways of doing it, really. The first way is using if statements. So you can say if let first name equals first name, and what that means is if there is data in first name, assign it to this variable called first name, and any code that is executed inside here will only get executed if this has data in it. So, hello plus first name. Okay, and because this doesn't have data in it, this isn't going to get printed. We can force that to print by doing this, and so now print hello, or hello test, for example. So that's one way of doing it. Even though this first name variable has no data in it, it's nil, our app isn't crashing because we're first checking if there's data there before we use it. And this is okay. The problem with this method is you get this staircase of brackets. So if you have a lot of these if statements or for loops or whatever, you get a lot of these brackets in this staircase. And when you've got a lot of them like this and they just go up and up and up, it's kind of intimidating, I think. So a different way of doing it, one that's a little bit more difficult to get your head around, is using something called a guard statement. So you can use guard let first name equals first name. So all that is basically the same except for this is guard instead of if. And then the syntax changes a bit because now we do else, open a bracket, and inside these two brackets here is where we do the else code. So if first name is actually nil, then print no data and return. And whenever you do a guard statement, you always have to call return. So we get this no data. Now here, if we get to here, then first name actually has data in it. So now we can do print hello plus first name. And because first name is nil, it's going to come into here, print no data and return. And when we assign some data to first name, then it's going to do this guard statement. It's going to say yep, and it's going to print this hello first name.